Yes? All right. Woo!
Well, welcome back to the Windsock. Pretty important day. We finally got the balsa and the ply and the basswood for this kit. I got this from National Balsa. They're out of, I think, Ware, Massachusetts. And on the site that I bought the plans, they had a link for a completion list for our Tri-Pacer. And so I went on that list and ordered it, and I got it like in 4 days. I mean, it was a great turnaround. And they did a great thing by giving us a build list here. And each one of these is a group of parts that's listed for the wing, the fuselage, what all the parts are done, are for. The sheeting, there's 20 of these pieces, the 1/8 by 3 sheeting in different lengths. So I'm sure as I work out through the kit, some will need to be a little bit longer than others. Doesn't look like they're going to waste much wood on this, which I can't blame them. I wouldn't either. So we're going to, when we go through the plans again, when we finally start cutting parts and I start some assembly work, we will be able to tell where everything goes. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I build a kit, or even when I build an ARF, I lay everything out and count it and make sure I've got all the right parts, because there's nothing worse than getting right to the end of a build or in a critical spot and realize there was something short. So I did that with this. Absolutely nothing short. Everything looks really good. I labeled, and I'm going to put in a picture. But I labeled fuselage stack and wing stack, and then some miscellaneous in between, some of the basswood blocks that are used, kind of landing gear block, motor mounts, things like that. So some of it is common between the two. I will tell you that I noticed that the wing struts on this plane have lots and lots of wood. It's got some basswood base, and then it's sheeted in balsa and then sanded and shaped. I may go with aluminum struts on this plane. I don't know yet. I'm going to think about that. I'm going to look into that. But regardless, I got the wood for it here. It looks like the only specialty piece is, it's hard to see here, but there is some strips of basswood with a slot in it. And I'm going to have to look up and see where those go on the plans. But everything else is just generally sticks and sheets cut to length. And we will have to do the rest. Really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to laying everything out. I think I'm going to start with the wing first. After I do the wing, then I'll build the fuselage. I'm going to make a little bit of a modification from the plans to the cowling. Because of the twin cylinder engine that I'm putting on there, I think I can really scale that up a little bit and make that pretty realistic with the flaps for the cowling that open up. So it's a great day. National Balsa really came through. I'm definitely recommending them. Their turnaround time is really low. The price is good compared to what you may find in your local hobby shop, or if you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or places like that have pretty good selection of balsa, but you're going to pay for it. So the only thing that I don't have is the light ply for like the firewall, things like that. We will be, I'll be purchasing that separately, and probably go back to National Balsa for that and get them to send me that. So you'll notice that we're in a different spot of the shop. This is a small part of my collection. One thing I have in this shop is a little bit of square footage, and so I can't use my workbench for everything because then I'll get nothing done on it. And right now there is a table on there that I'm refinishing to go in our motorhome. So if I spread this out on here, then I'll lose my main workbench. So I put this table here that I can keep the wood here separated, kind of, so when I start building the wing, I know where all the wing parts are. I can go to it. I find that for me, not for everybody, for me, staying organized really helps me to be efficient, and I think it makes me makes the end product better for me. So I try to lay everything out in a reasonable order, and try to keep everything pretty clean. Sometimes my shop is a wreck, sometimes it's clean. Right now it's kind of right in between. But anyway, so I put this table here, I'm able to spread out. I do have workbench back here, but I try to keep my radio on it, my batteries, my charger, and my planes on the wall. When I built this shop, I decided that I wanted one wall with a door that I can load my trailer from this wall. Well, the wall grew into the whole ceiling is covered with airplanes. But these are my main gassers, and I hang them up all on PVC racks. I've got a couple kits in various stages of completion, but none of them are mine really. So I'm concentrating on the Tri-Pacer. I'm really looking forward to getting started on this build. I work nights, but this coming week I got to work days for a week. So you'll notice that you'll see lights coming in windows that you don't normally see. Sometimes it's going to be dark as we go through this. So it's always an adventure. You never know when I'm going to be working and when I'm going to be awake. One of the great things about having a shop outside is I can get up and come outside, play my music styles I want or whatever, and not disturb the missus. Happy wife, happy life. So here we are, and this is a very, very important day to finally get the wood that we're going to start cutting parts out. I think the first thing that we're going to do is get the plans back on the bench. I have the templates for the wing formers, the wing ribs that we made on a previous video. I'm going to go ahead and start tracing them onto the balsa and making some stack ups so I can start cutting those out onto the scroll saw. If I get all the ribs done, then the wing actually goes together fairly quickly. It's fairly straightforward. This plane uses a spar and a spar box. I'm normally used to a wing tube design, but I've been thinking about changing it to a wing tube, and I thought, man, this works. This system works, and there's no real need to change it. I make the best fit that I can make into the fuselage, and then attach the wing and use the design system. I'm not all about changing design unless it works for me. We discussed the ailerons and the flap system, and I believe that I'm going to make a full aileron split, flaps, aileron on the tips, or everything working together in a mix to be all aileron. It just gives me more authority, and that's the way I've been flying. Some say I fly a twitchy airplane, but I like to have a lot of control. There's nothing worse than not having enough control. So as we go forward, we're going to be building some of these features into the plane. I'm going to try to make it as scale as I can, yet functional. This will be a fabric covered airplane, fabric and paint. I don't believe I'm going to use Monocoat on it. There'll be fiberglass on it. Still on the fence about wheel pants. So here's our first interaction. Let me know what you think about wheel pants on a Tri-Pacer. Calls for 5.5-inch diameter wheels, so they'd be some large wheel pants, but I think they add to the look. A lot of my airplanes, well, okay, all 4 of these on the wall have wheel pants on them. So, and then a lot of my airplanes have wheel pants on them now that I think about it, but not necessarily so on the Tri-Pacer. I looked at the full-size drawings and pictures, and it's maybe 20% have wheel pants, 80% don't. So let me know your comments. Let me know what you think. And as we go forward, it's not something that I have to decide on right away. So I can put those on later. So let me know what you think, and I hope you're enjoying this series. We're gonna keep moving forward. I'm not gonna be able to work on it every day, but I'm gonna work on it as often as I can. So until the next video, hope you have a great day.